Have you ever wondered why some people manage to make their money grow exponentially, while others barely manage to survive from one paycheck to the next? Is it a matter of luck, intelligence, or is there something deeper behind it? Today we are going to reveal that something more. Because if you have ever felt that money is slipping through your fingers, or that it is never enough, this video is for you. Inspired by Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money, we'll reveal the 3 essential phases to transforming your personal finances. These phases are principles based on how the most successful people think, act, and build wealth. It doesn't matter how much you earn now or how chaotic you think your current financial landscape is. These phases can be applied to anyone, anywhere, at any time. Most people get stuck in the first phase, and they don't even know it. What if you could move on to the next 2 phases? What if you discovered that the key to financial freedom is not earning more, but thinking differently? Stay until the end of the video, because you will learn how to unlock the true power of money and change your financial life forever. Ready to take the first step? Let's go. To understand the 3 phases of personal finance, we must first talk about the brilliant mind behind many of these concepts. Morgan Housel is a writer and financial advisor known for his ability to break down complex ideas into clear, practical concepts. His book, The Psychology of Money, has become an essential guide for those seeking to understand the role our emotions, experiences, and beliefs play in how we manage our finances. Housel argues that financial success does not depend solely on strategies or mathematical formulas, but how we think and feel about money. Through real stories and psychological principles, he highlights that building wealth is not just about how much we earn, but how we manage and grow those resources. A key point in his philosophy is that people who understand the emotions behind their financial decisions are better equipped to avoid common mistakes, such as overspending or being swayed by short-term trends. Housel also teaches us that small, consistent decisions, combined over time, can have a huge impact thanks to the power of compound interest. Understanding Housel's ideas is the first step to delving into the 3 fundamental phases of growing your money, a strategy that combines financial logic and emotional understanding. Phase 1. Get income and manage it intelligently. The first step to start growing financially seems simple, but it isn't always. You have to earn money. Sounds obvious, right? However, this is where most people face their first obstacles. Because it's not just about working and receiving a salary, it's about doing it strategically so that that income is the basis for something bigger. And be careful. It doesn't matter if you work for a company, are a freelancer, or an entrepreneur. The important thing is to identify which activity has the greatest potential for long-term growth. For example, imagine someone who works in sales. If they simply meet their quota and hope for the best, they will likely maintain a stable but limited income. Now, if that same person invests time in improving their negotiation skills, builds strong relationships with important clients, and learns to sell solutions rather than products, their value in the job market skyrockets. Not only does this ensure a better salary, but it also opens the door to future opportunities, such as promotions to other positions or even starting their own business. Now let's talk about what happens after you receive the money. This is where many people stumble and end up stuck in the cycle of earn, spend, end up with nothing, repeat the cycle. It's tempting to spend on things that make us feel good at the moment, but this mindset can sabotage any financial progress. It's what's known as emotional spending, buying to fill emotional voids or to impress others. This is where a simple but powerful rule comes into play. The famous 50/30/20. This rule tells us that 50% of what you earn should go to cover basic needs such as rent, food, and transportation. Another 30% can be allocated to leisure, entertainment, and those things that make us happy. And the remaining 20% should be for savings or paying off debt. This formula helps you maintain a balance between enjoying the present and making sure you're building a solid financial future. For example, if you make $1,000 a month, you would allocate $500 to your basic expenses, $300 to going out with friends, buying clothes, or going to the movies, and $200 to investing or paying off those debts that seem to never end. Do you see how this rule transforms your finances? It forces you to make conscious decisions and prioritize what really matters. But beyond the math, it's all about the mindset. Using your money wisely doesn't mean being stingy or depriving yourself of things you enjoy, but rather learning to differentiate between what's important and what's fleeting. When you start to see your money as a tool to achieve bigger goals, every decision you make makes more sense. In this first stage, it is not about getting rich overnight, but about laying the foundations. By learning how to make money strategically and manage it intelligently, you will be building the springboard towards a much more stable and, why not, exciting financial life. If you find today's content useful, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. Let's continue. Phase 2. Create a security fund and improve skills. Once you have learned how to earn money and control your expenses, it is time to build a reserve that will allow you to face any unforeseen event without losing your financial balance. This phase is essential because it lays the foundation for you to move towards true financial independence. First, let's talk about a safety net, an essential concept that is often overlooked. Why is it so important? Because life is unpredictable. Unexpected situations can arise, such as the loss of a job or a medical emergency. Without a set-aside fund, you'll be forced to resort to loans, credit cards, or in the worst case, get rid of important assets at the least convenient time. The general rule of thumb suggests saving between 3 and 6 months of your essential expenses. This includes things like housing, food, and transportation. How do you build this reserve? First, set this money aside in a dedicated account that you don't mix with your day-to-day expenses. Automate saving by transferring a set percentage of your income into this account each month. By doing so, you reduce the temptation to spend that money on unnecessary things. Most importantly, only use it on real emergencies, not on whims or cravings. With your emergency fund under control, the next step is to increase your earning capacity. This isn't about working more hours or taking on any additional jobs, but rather optimizing your time and effort to maximize your potential. One effective way to do this is by investing in education. This doesn't necessarily mean going back to college. There are plenty of resources accessible online these days that can help you develop in-demand skills, such as programming, graphic design, or digital marketing. These skills not only increase your value in the marketplace, but they open doors to higher paying opportunities. Another key strategy is to build a good network of contacts. Often, opportunities come not just because of what you know, but because of who you know. Participate in events in your industry, get involved in professional communities, and stay in touch with people who can be a source of support or collaboration in the future. Networking is not about taking advantage of others, but about creating genuine relationships based on common interests and shared goals. Finally, prioritize long-term planning. This includes setting clear, achievable goals that will keep you moving forward without losing focus. Define specific objectives, such as saving for a major project or paying off outstanding debts. At this stage, the main goal is to build security and establish a structure that will allow you to move forward with confidence. With a well-structured emergency reserve, a constant effort to improve your skills, and a clear vision of your long-term goals, you will be ready to face any financial challenge and take the next big step towards financial independence. Phase 3. Generate passive income. And finally, we come to the exciting part of the financial game, making money work for you. This is the moment when you stop trading your time for money and start building a machine that keeps generating income even when you are sleeping, traveling, or just enjoying life. Welcome to the world of passive income. But what exactly is passive income? Basically, it's money that comes into your pocket without you having to actively work to earn it. This can be anything from rent from a property you rent out, profits from your stock market investments, to income generated by a YouTube channel or an online course you created once that keeps selling. The trick is to strategically build these sources so that over time they work together to give you stability. For example, if you decide to invest in the stock market, you will probably start with index funds or ETFs. Why? Because they are affordable, diversified options with stable long-term returns. Even if you have no experience, these instruments allow you to become a partner with the largest companies in the world, such as Apple or Microsoft, without overcomplicating things. With a constant contribution, say $100 a month, you might be surprised at what you achieve over time thanks to compound interest, which allows you to earn interest on your interest, and over time, that effect becomes a snowball that grows nonstop. For example, if you start investing that $100 a month with an average return of 8% per year, in 30 years you will have more than $150,000. Of that total, only $36,000 is what you put in. The rest is pure compound magic. Another common path to generating passive income is investing in real estate. Although it requires more upfront capital, renting out properties can generate a steady monthly income. For example, you bought an apartment and you rent it out for $800 a month. After deducting costs like maintenance or a mortgage, that $200 or $300 you have left is passive income. And over time, the value of the property can also increase, which is extra profit. In the digital age, creating content is also a passive income monster. Whether it's a YouTube channel, a blog, or an online course, these options have huge potential. Sure, it requires upfront work, planning, creating, and uploading the content. But once it's up and running, it can keep generating income for months or even years. There are creators who uploaded a video 5 years ago and are still receiving monetization checks every month. The point is that there are many passive income strategies, and each has its own level of effort and initial risk. The important thing is to start as soon as possible, because time is your best ally. The longer you let your money work, the greater the rewards will be. So it's not about being lucky or finding the secret, but about being consistent, investing wisely, and allowing the systems to do their part. Personal finance is built in 3 connected phases: learning to manage money, improving skills, and generating passive income. This process takes you from survival to stability and eventually prosperity. As Morgan Housel explains, money doesn't just buy things. It's a tool to design the life you dream of. Have you put into practice any of Morgan Housel's 3 phases? Leave us your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. See you soon.